この番組は横浜ビーコルセアーズの選手たちがバスケのことからプライベートのことまでゆるーっとトークする番組です。今回のゲストはこちらの選手たち。
ゆるっとビーコル、通称ゆるコル。今回はこちらの2名の選手でいろいろな話をしていきたいと思います。 MC の沢地サミュエルジュニアです。それでは順番に自己紹介をお願いします。 Please introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Mike Kotsar. Hello everyone, my name is Caleb Tarczewski.
今回はコッツァー選手と今シーズンからビーコルに加入したターズースキー選手の2人にバスケについて質問、ゆるっとトークしてもらいます。
まずバスケットボールを始めたきっかけ。
I was actually really into basketball as a really young kid. I started going to my dad's games with my mom when I couldn't even walk. My dad wasn't a professional player, but he really enjoyed basketball and played in a whole bunch of different competitions. And yeah, love of the game started from there. Went to basketball practice at 4 years old and been playing basketball ever since.
Okay, what about you?
I think unlike Mike, I didn't really pick up basketball until I was older. My favorite color growing up was green, and I'm from New Hampshire, so we were Celtics fans when I was a kid. That was my birthday gift, even before I started playing, was going down to watch the Boston Celtics play. It was always really fun. I wanted to be 6'6" like Paul Pierce, but I outgrew that a little bit, But no, my parents were always focused on just doing what makes you happy. Academics were really important. Sports were kind of second, but I started getting tall, and the rest was kind of history,
次は得意なプレーや今一番伸ばしたいスキルは何ですか？
Definitely got to work on shooting, and as for go-to move, I don't even know. I just do what I can. Yes, that's most of the time that happens to be defense, but whatever is left on the floor to do.
What about you?
I'd say my go-to play is a dunk. Very easy. That's my thing. I think as of recently getting older in my career, definitely. The thing I want to improve on is the mental aspect of basketball, helping my teammates be better every single day, being a leader on and off the court for them, and I think that's something I always try to focus on.
次は今までで一番印象に残っている試合。
Right now, the main game I can remember was from last year playing Ryukyu, just because it was so tiring. It was a double overtime game. Had to play, I think, 48 minutes, I think. Yeah, it's literally just memorable because first off, having to play against Kirk and Cooley and them subbing every 4 or 5 minutes. Them coming in fresh and just having to stay and fight them at all times was extremely tiring, and yeah, honestly, that's the reason why that's the most memorable game.
What about you?
And there's been so many games. It's hard to pick one. I think for right now, the game that I'm most excited for is at least the next game. Just to get back on the court. We've been working hard, trying to get back in shape and in rhythm. And I think right now I'm focused on the head, not behind. So.
次は試合でやらかした恥ずかしいこと。
Most of the time as a basketball player, I feel like you're just try to not be embarrassed by the stuff you do. I feel like it's just you gotta move on, just like Caleb said with the last answer, like just look ahead. So I don't think there's anything that's been necessarily embarrassing enough that stuck with me until today. Like I tried to forget and move on. That being said, I've airballed a whole lot of shots. I've tried to dunk a bunch of times, hit the front rim or whatever, there's been plenty of embarrassing moments, but I tried to not get caught up in those.
I think Mike is spot on. You try to forget the things that are embarrassing. I do remember my freshman year at Arizona. There's more people in the arena for the first game than in my whole hometown. And I remember my freshman season shooting 50% from the free throw line. Just being up there on the line, and you're so embarrassed, just all of these eyes looking on you, and I think for that reason, Mike's exactly right. You try to say, you know what, I forget all these bad moments, focus on the good. So.
キャイン宇野鈴木です。おかげさまで宇野様お願いは5年目に突入しました。
全駅制覇を目指して東急衛星の商店街ロケ巡りを行っています。何々その街にゆかりがある豪華ゲストもたくさん登場するんやって。
番組をご覧の皆さんには毎月嬉しい視聴者プレゼントもあります。
毎週土曜日朝10時ぜひご覧ください。
何々 YouTube でも見れんねんて。
引き続きゆるっとトーク。続いてのテーマはこちら。
仲のいい選手、対戦したくない選手、敵に回したくない選手。
Damien. For pretty much all of them. Yeah, I think I get along with him really well. He's extremely skilled and skilled at using his body, like creating space, creating angles for himself. So definitely don't want him as my opponent either.
What about you?
I was actually about to say Mike. I think Mike and I have very similar games in a lot of ways. He's a smart player. He plays hard. He's hard to get away with some of the small things, and so it's definitely hard to play against Mike. And obviously now we're teammates, so that makes it even harder. So.
次の質問が今のポジションじゃなかったらどのポジションをやりたいか。
Point guard. Nah, I was pretty short until I was 14, 15 years old. I think when I turned 15, I was 177. So up until then, I played nothing but the point guard. I think that has helped me a lot, understanding the game going forward, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed creating opportunities for others and just helping the team win in that way. And yeah, if I would have to play another position, then I would love to play that. Second thing is if I'm good enough to do that, that's a whole nother question. But
yeah, I think again, Mike's spot on. I think it's almost every big man's dream to be a scoring guard. Be able to have the ball in your hands, make decisions, be able to shoot whenever you want.
Or be a passing guard and actually pass to the big.
Exactly. So I think that's every big's dream.
次は子供の頃憧れていた選手。
I would say my dad. He, like I said before, wasn't a professional basketball player, but at the same time, every time he hit the court, he would put full effort into it, play his heart out, fight through even injuries, and like sometimes, I'll be honest, I was like stupid that he fought through injuries, but I really admired that put the team first mentality to just push through and try to get the win and try to help others out.
Got you.
Yeah, like I said, I was a Celtics fan growing up. I'd said I wanted to be tall like Paul Pierce, but the team wasn't so good when I was really young. But I used to love Kevin Garnett. Obviously an incredible basketball player, so skilled and athletic, talented. But I loved the intensity that he brought to the game. And that's always something that I've tried to emulate. And I really loved watching him play.
Alright. じゃあ次 Next is 一緒にプレーしてみたい選手 NBA の過去選手でも大丈夫
Yeah, of course, there's a whole bunch of guys that would be absolutely wonderful to play with. But at the same time, I'm going to keep it more realistic. And it would be fun to play with Caleb. To play like a double big lineup and to actually I think that would be really interesting and I feel like we could create something interesting.
I couldn't say it any better. I'm not going to say anything. I pray someday it happens, for sure.
Really?
Yes.
Alright. 次は試合の見どころ選手から、ファンの皆さんに、この試合の見どころを見せたいという。
I think something that's is going to be extremely fun to watch is just the progression of Lassie's system, how game by game the guys will learn it more and more, and most of the guys have been through it for a year already, but I think that's something that it would take years to perfect it, so there's always improvement, and I think that's game by game, how on defense we're scrambling, helping each other, how on offense we're sharing the ball, moving without the ball, cuts, all that. I think, just keeping an eye on that and watching the improvement, the progress throughout the year is really fun.
Okay.
I got one more thing.
はい、もう一つ。
Caleb's dunks.
あとケイレブの感じ。
Don't jinx it, man. Don't jinx it.
はい、ケイレブ。
Just say my dunks and that's it.
I think kind of like what Mike said, there's like a million decisions that happen every game. And I think a lot of people will focus on the made three or the dunk, but it's really the details. It's like what Mike said was kind of that progression, that getting better every day, that teamwork, that camaraderie that's built throughout the season. It's maybe something as simple as a high five when somebody makes a good play, or a pat on the back when somebody makes a mistake. I think that's the special thing about a team sport is that camaraderie that you build throughout the season. And I think if anything, no matter the wins or losses or how many shots you make or rebounds, it's really about being there with your teammates, going to war every day, and enjoying that process of being together.
今回はここまで。次回も3人でゆるっとトーク、プライベートについて踏み込んでいきます。
次回はプライベート編をお送りします。ぜひご覧ください。バイバイ。
11月のホームゲームは4試合。11月8日土曜、9日日曜、富山グラウジーズ戦。翌週11月15日土曜、16日日曜、滋賀レイクス戦。週末のお出かけ先候補にスポーツ、グルメ、エンタメがまとめて楽しめるバスケ観戦はいかがですか？皆様のご来場お待ちしています。